The surprising success of My Hero Ultra Rumble. Usually I'd use my professional camera, you know, this one. But as you can see, one of my lights blew out on this side and partially blew out on this one. So we're using the Logitech today. And I've been waiting 3 days for a new light. I don't know if the Amazon truck man decided to stop for ice cream or whatever, or he got a booty call or something. But you're taking too long. Taking so long to the point where I just stopped caring about using my 4K camera and went back to the HD.
This looks like a job for old reliable.
I ain't want to let these minor inconveniences stop these reactions. So here we are. The videos must be made. As long as the quality isn't so bad where I'm looking like a damn 8-bit character, then we're good. Hopefully my new lights will deliver in time so we can get back to the yeah.
Perfect.
While most anime games are fighting games or RPGs or something of the like,
I've played every single one of those games he just displayed. They are all fantastic, especially that Attack on Titan game right here. Woo! That bitch is jumping! Oh my gosh! Bro, really make me want to just go back and play those games. I've even played AOT VR.
My Hero Academia did something different. My Hero Ultra Rumble is a free-to-play third-person shooter battle royale, a genre not many other anime franchises have dabbled in, if any at all. But one other point that separates Ultra Rumble from other anime games is the fact that it's seemingly still going strong after over 2 years since its initial release.
My Hero Ultra Rumble is my new addiction. I played it back when it first debuted and didn't pick it up for 2 years. For a while, I was not good at the game. I just recently picked it back up, and the reason I came back into the game was because I got a friend. He got good at the game, and he marked his territory as the greatest amongst our group at that game. We all have our territories. I have the Storm Naruto series and Demon Slayer and etc. Call of Duty, yada yada. Some people have Yu-Gi-Oh! Some people have My Hero. The list goes on. We all have our territories. And I can't accept the fact that he did whoop my ass when we went against each other 1v1 the first time we played together. Now, initially, I looked at My Hero as a game that if I cared, I can get really good at it because I'm looking at the controls, I'm looking at everything going on, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I think I can adapt. Because if I can't adapt to something, or if I just genuinely don't like the mechanics of a game and I don't feel like getting or caring to get better at the game, I'm not gonna pick it up and I'm not gonna get better at it. But this game, I thought just that. Like, I took the time to actually learn how to play the game, got my ass whooped a couple times, did a couple matches, and kept playing for like a week. Nigga, I got so good at the damn game. Bro, I was winning games back to back to back, losing some, back to back to back again, losing a couple more, back to back to back, all because I was enjoying the mechanics, I was enjoying the movesets, I was enjoying the game just in general. It was nice. I like it. I used to be nervous of playing my homie because he would destroy me in the game, even though I knew in the back of my mind, nigga, if I actually try, you're gonna die. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm gonna say it again. My Hero Ultra Rumble, if you have not played it, it is my new addiction because I'm actually enjoying the game. If I don't enjoy a game, I don't care for getting better at the game. Like Tekken. I mean, I played Tekken in the past, but I just don't care for Tekken. So I'm not gonna get better at the game. Even if you piss me off and I have a vendetta against you, I don't care. Catch me in another game. And the only way I'd get to the point of me even having a vendetta against you and getting better just to destroy you is because I know in the back of my mind that I can get better at this specific game. This is a fantastic game, bro. Like, it's one of the best. I wouldn't even say one of the best. It's the best battle royale game, even outside of the anime genre, that I've like played at all.
With regular updates and a fairly active player base. Today, I'm gonna go in depth into what this game is all about, as well as how it's still alive and kicking. This is the surprising success of My Hero Ultra Rumble. My Hero Ultra Rumble was first revealed in Weekly Shonen Jump on January 13th, 2022. It was revealed to be a 24-player free-to-play battle royale coming to PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC, published by Bandai Namco, with no release date given yet. The first trailer dropped on July 2nd, 2022, showing us our first glimpse of gameplay, also very clearly confirming our developer would be Viking. They worked on the previous My Hero Academia games, the 3D Arena Fighters, My Hero Wants Justice, and its sequel. The reason I say it clearly confirms them as developers, because you can even just see from this first trailer that they reused assets from those games, such as the character models. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's resourceful, saves development time and money. It just always rubbed me the wrong way, like it gave me the impression of being a cheaper game. But to be fair, it is a free-to-play game, so I think it's more than acceptable here. Speaking of development, on November 14, 2022, Anime News Network would provide an interview with the game's producer, Alba Miyazaki, giving some insight into the development team's thought process while working on the game. He goes into detail about the emphasis they put on characters' quirks, ensuring the game was a unique battle royale experience, and the character quirks works have been accurately reproduced. Before launch, there'd be 2 closed beta tests from February 2nd to February 6th, 2022,
it's so fun, bro.
and from August 17th to August 21st, followed by an open beta from May 25th to June 1st in 2023.
So fun.
And finally, on September 20th, we'd have our release date of September 28th, 2023. And it sure did release on September 28th, 2023 for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC via Steam. It had quite a large launch, with a peak of over 45,000 players on Steam alone, and with over 7 million downloads across all platforms in total only a month after its release. However, these large player counts didn't necessarily mean that it was a perfect game. In its first month on Steam, it had a mixed score. While many players enjoyed the concept and basic gameplay, a lot of them also had problems with the amount of content, the monetization and gacha systems, poor balancing, and an ugly and frankly overwhelming UI. Some of these would be fixed, others wouldn't, and it seems some of these problems were enough for players to abandon the game entirely, as Steam charts showed the player base dropping from 46,000 players in its launch month to 6,000 players next month, so then a measly 3,000 players 1 month after that. However, this game miraculously survived. While it was trudging along with 2,000 to 3,000 players a month on Steam, and presumably similar numbers across other platforms for well over a year, My Hero Ultra Rumble continued to get new updates and new content. And most recently in September 2025, the game's 2nd year anniversary, we saw a sharp uptick in players, jumping from about 3,000 to over 7,000 players. So why and how is My Hero Ultra Rumble still getting new updates? How did it see a jump in players 2 years after its release? Are those problems from launch still there? Or perhaps they're even worse now? Let's start by going over the basic gameplay. The main game mode of My Hero Ultra Rumble is the Battle Royale itself. However, it sports a number of unique details that set it apart from other Battle Royales. While most Battle Royales feature 100 players per match either in solo or in teams of 2 and 4, Ultra Rumble features only 24 players in total, with the primary team size being 3, with solo matches only being added post-launch. Because of this, the arenas are also smaller, meaning you get into fights much quicker than other games. Another difference is that Ultra Rumble borrows a mechanic from hero shooters, with every character playing differently from one another, each with their own set of abilities and moves. And Bai King is usually pretty good when it comes to stuff like this. Even when their games are questionable in overall quality like with Cursed Clash, their characters still play wildly different from one another. And that's definitely true here. Here, characters are also divided into 5 different roles: Strike, Assault, Rapid, Technical, and Support, each class excelling at different jobs. And since each character has their own moveset, instead of picking up weapons, your loot includes items and upgrades. Items include health and shield potions, inventory upgrades, and revive cards. You can also pick up ability cards, which come in 2 variations. There's standard level up cards that let you upgrade any ability of your choosing, but there are also class specific cards. If your character is the same class as this card, then you can upgrade your ability. However, if you're not the same class as the card, then the card functions as a temporary boost. Its effect depending on the class of the card. It's not a wild loot pool or anything, and it's not like seasonal updates are going to introduce new weapons or items, but gameplay still remains fairly fresh with each new match due to the cast of playable characters and unique movesets. To wrap up the Battle Royale mode, there are multiple maps that rotate between unranked and ranked matches.
Let me tell you what's going to happen and what you need to focus on if you decide to actually get into the game. First things first, when you first get into a match, focus on getting as many revive cards as possible. When you go save the civilian and then they give you a card, focus on gathering as many of those as possible. Second, stay with your team. That is crucial. Unless you're just like one of those characters that have good mobility and can get the hell out of there really fast and fly across the map in 3 seconds, stay with your team. 3, upgrade your quirk skills expeditiously. Don't be out here trying to fight people with a level 1 gamma or beta or anything of that matter. You lower your chances of survival. Trust me. Unless somebody pull up on you and you got to fight for your life. Then you have no choice. You need to upgrade to alpha, beta, everything, quick as possible, because the higher you upgrade them, the more useful they are. 4, learn how to actually move in the game. If you move like a noob, they will notice. And when they do notice, they're gonna take advantage of that. And they're probably gonna beat your doonies down. And it ain't gonna be fun. 5, it is not a hack and slash. You have to be very strategic when playing this game. This is not a thing where you just go around and shoot quirks everywhere and it's just gonna hit something and that's gonna be that. You gotta dodge, you gotta set up, you gotta make sure that you're in a certain place so that way you can escape when you're about to die. It's a lot, bro. Like, as you play the game and you keep getting your shit beat in, you'll start to learn how to actually maneuver your way around the game. Trust me, I had to learn the hard way, and it took me like 1 to 2 weeks just to find all this out. Sometimes it takes people 2-3 months, but I have what most people don't have. I have what they call an adjusting skill. I'm looking at my 4K camera, but I need to be looking at my Logitech. What the hell?
Those maps being Chaos City, UA Island, and the USJ. However, there is another game mode, that being Area Control Battle. It was added for the game's 2-year anniversary and is less of a battle royale and more akin to a hero shooter. In this mode, 2 teams of 6 complete to capture 3 points on the map. It's a fairly standard point capture mode, and let me just say, there's so much going on in these matches. While the battle royale maps are more open and players more spread out, here the maps and via extension the players are much more condensed, so those chaotic quirk battles from battle royale certainly take place here too. Do I think it's actually comparable to a fully fledged optimized hero shooter? Hell no. Do a lot of players actively play this mode? Not really, but is it a nice extra mode in addition to the main battle royale? Yeah, I'd say so. Now you might be thinking this all sounds pretty good. Unique characters with their own distinct movesets, fast-paced battle royale action, periodic new additions like maps and modes. What's not to love? Well, I can give you a few things. Let's start with the most obvious complaint here, the gacha system. You roll the gacha to unlock cosmetics like skins and emotes, but also to unlock new characters. Now I'm a big proponent of the idea that in free-to-play hero-based games, you should not lock characters behind a gacha or a paywall. No game is going to be perfectly balanced, some are better than others, and Ultra Rumble certainly isn't the best of the best. Now to be fair, you can unlock characters as a completely free player, but there are definitely caveats to that. You can unlock a handful of characters from the free special license, which is essentially just a permanent battle pass with characters like Bakugo and Todoroki. You can also acquire hero tickets to unlock some characters, however the amount of characters that are unlockable tickets are minuscule. The rest of the characters, including newly added characters, are only available in the gacha, and these drop rates are not very kind. Most banners for new characters have a 1% drop rate of said new characters, while most other characters are around 0.075%. There is a pity system, however your pity points are tied to each banner specifically, meaning they don't carry over to other banners. If you roll for different banners, then they're not going to stack, so you have to use them while you can. And speaking of newly added characters, this is where a lot of the balancing issues come into play. More often than not, when a new character is introduced, they will be broken, meaning that those who spend more in the gacha will do better in.
When a new character comes out, he's busted, but then he has to get a patch over time so he can get less busted. Like, they gotta nerf that nigga. Armored All Might, you are in that process right now, buddy. Don't worry, your time is... I keep looking at the 4K camera. Your time is coming, Armored All Might, when you get nerfed, nigga.
This also dissuades new players. You're given a predetermined set of characters to start with, and yet those characters aren't very good, at least comparatively to the characters in the gacha. However, there are a number of other issues that can definitely turn new players away. For starters, the menu and UI are just horrible. There's so much going on, so many different tabs and menus and submenus, it looks like a mobile game. And speaking of so much going on, there's so many different currencies. There's gold, hero crystals, character tickets, role tickets, and even more beyond that. The other mechanic I can see turning away new players is the tuning system. The tuning system allows you to upgrade costumes with new abilities and effects. Essentially, you can unlock character data from simply playing matches, which in turn can be used to set character memories, each character memory coming with some effect or ability.
The UI is not that bad, bro. I've played games with shitty UIs. My Hero's UI is not that bad, brother.
Normal slots with standard upgrades like increased speed, or there are special slots with more specific abilities like completely restoring the shield of an ally you revive. However, these upgrades are tied to your costume, not your character. And on top of that, different costumes of different rarities have better options for upgrades. Rare costumes can have higher level abilities than common costumes, and each slot and memory are tied to a specific class, with slots, including the special slots, only being compatible with the corresponding class, which means that some costumes are just better than others. So not only is this system utterly confusing and overwhelming for new players, but it also means that those who spend more on the gacha and unlock more better costumes are going to have a better time, because a lot of these costumes and abilities, like with many of the characters, are poorly balanced. So if the balancing is subpar to say the least, the gacha is unfair, and the currencies and UI don't do a very good job of hiding the fact that this is essentially a mobile gacha game on consoles and PC, then why are people still playing it? Well, there are some strong reasons for why this game is still alive and kicking today. I think the uptick in players we saw before is specifically because of the game's second anniversary event, but that event just leads us to a larger point about how this game has been getting regular updates for over 2 years now. They've gone through many seasonal updates, adding new characters, new maps, new game modes, and even new mechanics. The devs, while they may not be the best at balancing, are certainly invested in this game and continue to support it, but the devs will only support a game if there are players to support. And Ultra Rumble has a pretty active community. Across multiple platforms, there's very active discussion surrounding this game.
It's a lot, and I mean a lot, of My Hero Ultra Rumble players, and the community is very large. Don't get this shit mixed up. One person will say, well, it's not a lot of play. That's not true. that player base is large. There are actually My Hero Ultra Rumble YouTubers out there. You think I'm playing? Boy, you better check the 4 corners of the internet.
such as on Reddit and YouTube. There are even dedicated pages like the My Hero Ultra Rumble database, providing information about the game and its events. But even beyond updates from the devs and a strong community, the game, for all its complaints, does have some good ideas here. It's certainly unique in comparison to other battle royales, implementing mechanics that make it play wildly differently from the likes of Fortnite and PUBG. Matches are overall faster in those games because you can get into fights quicker due to the smaller player counts. The hero shooter elements put a heavier emphasis on learning and upgrading your main, while also learning to counter other characters. And not to mention, it's based on My Hero Academia, one of the largest anime franchises in the world. Oh, and it's, free to play, so I'd imagine that plays a large part in it too. It's interesting to see a battle royale not titled Fortnite last this long when there are many others in the genre that get shut down pretty quickly, like Spellbreak or Realm Royale.
I've never heard those two in my life.
It's also interesting to see an anime game maintain this size player base for so long, with most other multiplayer anime games coming and going within the span of a couple months. I'm not trying to say this game is free from any criticism, it most certainly isn't, but I am quite impressed with how long it's been able to stay active for.
Bro, it's because the game is fun, bro. Like, I have my negatives and I have my positives about the game. Every game on the planet that has ever existed has a negative and a positive. There's a reason why people keep playing certain games like Brawlhalla, Genshin, the Naruto Storm, Demon Slayer, Call of Duty, My Hero Ultra Rumble, Final Fantasy 14, TFT. There's a reason why people keep coming back to the games and playing them.
You did good, kid. You did good.
Let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on what y'all see in this video. And if you are a My Hero Ultra Rumble player, let me know your thoughts about the game, negatives or positives. I don't care. Let's have a discussion. And if you want to, hey, just drop your name, drop your tag. Maybe we can play a match sometime. I'm on my road to ace right now. I don't got long. It's only been like a month for me, and I'm almost ace. Right now, my favorite games right now that's go-tos for me, My Hero Ultra Rumble and Demon Slayer. Fuck you. And with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Shalom or shalom.
Oh! Hey, listen.
Rose petals on the floor. The one from my dreams, and you're with me right now. Mi corazón te quiero. Right here and now, I'll give you a taste. Snake princess, I'll be your king.